I have been getting a lot of messages from commerce students saying that our videos are eligible only for STEM folks, engineering folks, but what about commerce, right? And I personally know many ambitious commerce students in India who deserve brilliant careers abroad as well. So I've done some research, and today's video is 5 best masters courses in US that commerce students from India can pursue. These are high ROI courses, will open a lot of career options for you. And so if you want to study abroad, go for these 5 courses. Let's get into it. Guys, this is Nistha from Scholar Strategy. Welcome back to the channel. If you're finding our advice helpful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us make more content for you. Alright, so today's video is special. It is for commerce students who are ambitious and who want to study abroad as well. Before we look into those 5 courses, I do want you to be aware of 2 major disadvantages that you're going to face by applying to US. The number one disadvantage that commerce students from India face is that the BCom degree in India is a 3-year course, but master's program in US mostly look for 16 years of education. That is 12 years of schooling plus 4 years of undergrad. Now, because commerce degree is a 3-year program in India, it makes you ineligible for many master's courses. The solution here is that you can either apply to those universities which are open to 3-year undergrad programs, or you can do a 1-year diploma course in India, or another degree you can enroll into MCom degree in India, and you can apply in your first year to US, so that you can move to US once you have completed the first year of your master's course in India. The crux is you have to somehow complete 16 years of education before you start your master's degree in US. Second disadvantage that commerce students face is the lack of STEM career options. Now, a lot of streams that you can go for in your career after pursuing a commerce education are non-STEM fields like business, management, economics, etc. The problem with non-STEM degree courses in US is that you get only 1 year OPT or study work permit, which means you can work in US only for 1 year before you get your H-1B visa. Now, as you might know already, getting a H-1B visa is highly competitive and there's a lottery process, which means that it really depends on your luck whether you get selected for your H-1B lottery or not. So this is why I recommend that if you're going to US, go for only STEM courses, because then you can get a 3-year OPT, which means you have 3 years to work in US before you can get your H-1B visa. So yes, you have more time to find a job in US if you go for a STEM course. So keep in mind these 2 disadvantages, and this is honestly why I don't post a lot of videos for non-STEM folks like commerce courses, but I've done some research. So I have handpicked 5 kind of courses which I think will give you the best ROI for your education abroad. Number 1, I'm going to look into masters in accounting kind of courses, and here what I personally recommend is doing a masters in accounting course along with a CPA certification. Let's talk about why this is my favorite course. Because first of all, the job prospects and salaries that you can get in this course are really great. So according to Bureau of Labor Stats, the median annual wage for accountants and auditors is around $77,000. And if you do a CPA certification, then the median salaries for experienced CPAs in the US is over $120,000, and top earners can even exceed $200,000 annual salaries. So I think gives you great prospects for your education. Now there are few different kind of degrees that you can pursue here. You can look into Masters of Accounting courses, then you can look into Master of Science in Accounting, which is a MSA course, which is similar to Masters in Accounting, but it has additional emphasis on analytics, data visualizations, and technology applications within accounting. There is also something called Masters of Professional Accounting or MPA course, which emphasizes on practical accounting skills and prepares students for the CPA exam. And of course, there is the MBA with accounting specialization, which basically combines the core business knowledge with in-depth accounting specialization. So you can go for any of these courses. And of course, I would urge you to choose a program which makes you eligible for CPA certification as well. So becoming a CPA certified professional in US requires something called 150-hour rule. That is 150 hours of coursework, including your bachelor's and master's or any other extra courses that you take. So pick a master's degree which counts towards that 150-hour of education required for CPA, so that you can move towards your CPA certification as well. Now let's look into the second program that you can apply to, and I would pick here MS in Finance courses. And again, here I would recommend doing a CFA certification along with it. So it's not a straightforward path for all the commerce graduates, but I think finance is a highly lucrative field in US, and I see even many engineer folks applying to these courses. So if you want to get into the finance industry, which is pretty huge in US, and most of the investment banks have their headquarters in US, including prestigious firms like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, etc., then MS in Finance is a great option as well. The challenge you might face here is that it's a more quant-oriented degree, and some finance programs like computational finance courses are very, very math heavy. If you do not have that kind of math specialization in your BCom degree, then you may not be eligible for this. So in that case, what you can do is you can look for those kind of finance programs which are more core foundation in nature and less relying on math. So do your school research more properly here and pick something that aligns well with your background. Of course, if you're interested in the math heavy finance courses, then you can do some extra certifications or take extra online courses to add that math component to your profile. The courses to watch out for here would be courses in statistics, econometrics, and financial modeling, because that is what these programs look for. And of course, I would also recommend taking some courses in programming like Python or R, because that is used more and more in financial analysis these days. Now, if you go for MS in Finance route, then again, I would highly recommend combining this with the CFA certification. Just like CPA, CFA is another kind of certification which focuses on investment analysis, portfolio management, and financial decision making. If you get certified, then you can get jobs focusing on analyzing financial markets and securities, selecting and managing investment portfolios, conducting financial research, making investment recommendations, etc. So there are many jobs for finance folks in these fields, and the great news is that average salary for masters in finance grads is somewhere around $92,000, and if you're an experienced CFA professional, you can earn anywhere starting from $120,000 and go even as high as $217,000 in annual salary. So yes, it is another high earning profession that you can aim for as a commerce graduate. Now let's look at the third option, and here I would pick a master's in data science degree. Data science is an interdisciplinary field which combines math with computer programming with analytics. So people from any sort of background can apply to these programs. For example, a prestigious option here is Columbia University's Masters in Data Science program, and they have students even from journalism kind of background. Now, what you do need again here is some sort of good foundation in mathematics, statistics, and computer science, because they require programming as well as mathematical analysis. If you do not have that kind of background, then I again suggest doing some extra coursework in programming languages like Python and R, and take some extra courses in stats, calculus, linear algebra, etc. So overall, these courses will look for strong quantitative skills. High scores in quant section on GRE and GMAT will definitely help you. Next option I would like to look at is MS in Analytics courses. Again, analytics is highly interdisciplinary and people from any background can apply. In analytics, you will find courses like MS in Business Analytics, MS in Applied Analytics, MS in Data Analytics, and some very good universities offer these courses like Georgia Tech, Columbia, CMU, etc. So take a look at the curriculum and decide whether you are a good fit for this program program or not, because again some of these courses can be math heavy. However, I'm slightly skeptic about this option, so just keep this in mind that a lot of people are graduating with a business analytics degrees these days, and I wonder if all of them are finding jobs that easily. So if you go for the specialization, please understand that the competition is high. So just like MS in data science, here you will be competing against engineers, right? So make sure that you are able to prepare for a tough job hunt later on. But if you do these courses, then you can look into career options like marketing analytics, growth and strategy, business development, director of business analytics, business intelligence. Those kind of profiles can open up for you, and the salaries are fairly competitive. Like average salary according to pay scale for a business analyst would be somewhere around $84,000. Now let's look at the fifth and last option, and here I would go for a traditional MBA degree. MBA is mother of all courses for a reason. You can be coming from any background, you want to switch into any other career, and MBA will give you a pathway for that. Of course, the key here is to choose a specialization that makes sense for your profile as well as your career goals. But let me give you a caveat here. Do not look at MBA as a shortcut. Do not go for MBA from a very low ranked school, because the job prospects may not justify the cost of the degree in that case. And the problem is that if you target a high ranked MBA program in US, then competition is very, very high. You need to have a cutting edge profile, great work experience to be able to crack those kind of admits. But yes, if you're able to do that, then the MBA degree can open your options like anything in US, and you can be competing for very, very high salaries. Now, good thing about all these 5 programs is there are STEM options in these. So there is some development where they are discussing making Masters in Accounting program a STEM certified program. If that happens, then that would be a great win. But as of now, only some Masters in Accounting courses are STEM certified. Similarly, only some MBA programs are STEM certified. So if you're applying to any of these, then make sure that you pick a STEM certified program. We have done a detailed video on all the STEM MBA options in US. Do check it out if you're applying for MBA. And of course, if you go for a Masters in Business Analytics degree or a Masters in Data Science degree, they are mostly already STEM certified, so they will give you 3 years OPT. So yes, you can always go for those options. Now, I told you that I will be talking about a 6th bonus Masters program that you can target, and that is a Masters in Management degree, which is something like MIM degree. Now, it is not my favorite degree because many of them are not STEM courses. Also, it is not very clear what are the job prospects. But if you do not have enough experience, if you do not have a profile which is competitive enough for a traditional MBA degree, then you can look into these MIM or MS in Management kind of courses, because they are open to people with lesser work experiences as well. Now, here we have a variety of courses, like Duke University has a MMS course which is open to younger applicants with less than 2 years of experience, and it is also open to 3-year bachelor's degree. Then Kellogg School of Management has a great STEM option for people with less than 2 years of full-time work experience. This is a Masters in Management degree, and a great thing here is the top 25% of MIM graduates will have automatic deferred acceptance for the prestigious Kellogg 1-year MBA program should they choose to pursue it. So it's a basically an accelerated track towards their MBA course. Interestingly, some of these Masters in Management courses are only open to non-management undergrad degrees, so commerce students may not be eligible. For example, University of Michigan Ross has a Masters of Management degree, but it is not open for commerce graduates. So you need to look at the curriculum and eligibility criteria very carefully if you choose to go down this route. Now, just a random opinion here, I'm not a fan of MIM courses in UK. They seem more like cash cows, and people whose profiles are not competitive enough for MBA end up applying there. So, however, I'm not too certain about the job prospects in Europe with such degrees. So, be careful and research the job market thoroughly before applying to such courses. My expertise lies more in US, and the courses I've mentioned here, I'm fairly confident that these kind of 5 courses can give you decent career options in US. So that was it from my side for all the commerce audience out there. I hope you found this video useful. If I have missed out on any option, then please do let me know in the comment box below. And if you have any questions or suggestions for a future video, then again leave a comment below. So hopefully you're finding it useful. I will see you guys next time with another video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.